Competing with each other, these young boys climb up to the highest point of an old building. They raise their hands, take a deep breath, and jump off the roof. This is the scene that welcomes you at the Nizamuddin Baoli in Delhi. Built in the 14th century by Hazrat Nizamuddin Auliya, this stepwell served as a water reservoir in olden days. Recently, after its first renovation in over 700 years, it has become a popular hangout for the locals. Delhi houses numerous ancient structures including Baolis or stepwells that are now a forgotten part of the city's urban sprawl. While Nizamuddin Baoli still has some water in it, the others have dried up or even vanished altogether. Those which have survived the tides of time are now waiting helplessly for restoration. The popularity of the Nizamuddin Baoli is also because of its proximity to the dargah bearing the same name. Although it is illegal and unsafe, many residents have built their houses sticking to the walls of the Baoli. With the air conditioners jutting out of worn-out walls, it becomes more dangerous for the boys to jump into the pool. What was an oasis in the heat of the busy city is now full of dirty water and garbage because of the adjacent colonies. Still, the boys spent hours at end in it, climbing and jumping from great heights. Another magnificent Baoli in the capital is the Rajamukhi Bali, situated near Adam Khan's tomb in Mehrauli. Daulat Khan built this three-storied marvel in 1516 during the Lodi reign, which showcases the brilliance of the ancient Indian architecture and engineering. With 12 pillars standing at its borders, the Baoli is a spectacular structure. The masons earlier used it for some time, which gave it its name, Rajamukhi Bali. What makes this Baoli distinct is that its entire structure is subterranean. The outer structure is concealed, and on approaching the entrance, only the top floor of the Baoli is visible. Gradually, as one moves further, the lower levels come into view. The popularity of this Baoli is because of its unique design and construction. The Baoli has a lot to offer with an untold story of the past that is evident in each stone of its structure. About 100 meters south of the Adam Khan tomb lies another Baoli in Mehrauli. It is Gandaki Bali, which owes its origin to Iltutmish of the slave dynasty. The well gets its name from sulfur, known as gandak, in the water, which was known for its medicinal properties. Ranking as the largest in Delhi, the 5-tiered Gandaki Bali is spread across expansively and has supplied water to the nearby areas for centuries. The well attached to the Baoli has dried up, but it is still known for its remarkable construction. Also known as the diving well, it was earlier used by locals for diving. The present remains of the Baoli have lost its ancient glory, but it is still a popular site for tourists. What was the pride of ancient rulers is now in immediate need for revival and restoration. Indian archaeologists have tried to restore the water through other means, but it has not been a success till now. With its fading charm, it is in danger of being forgotten completely, like so many other monuments. Further away, the Baoli of the famous Red Fort or the Lal Killa of Delhi is lesser known. An isolated road with trees on both sides takes you to the Baoli after a long walk. The distinct structure of the Baoli has steps going down from two sides, which converge at a pit attached to the well. Unlike other step wells, this one is fenced in and locked. In comparison to the others, this Baoli does not have many visitors, as not many people know of its existence. Perhaps it is because this Baoli is locked throughout the year, but the one day when it is open to all is the 15th of August, the Independence Day of India. The Red Fort Baoli is assumed to be older than the fort itself, but nobody knows who had it built. Many say that it was built in the 14th century, whereas the fort is a 17th century construction. The lonesome step well lies silently, witness to the countless events of the past. Also, not many people know that the Baoli was used as a prison. This is only evident when you visit the Baoli, as etched on stone are the names of the officers of the Indian National Army who were confined here in 1945 and 1946 during the freedom movement. In deep contrast to the silence of the other Baolis, Agrasen Bali lies amid business towers and a residential area. Although it is not certain, but the credit for building this step well goes to King Agrasen, which also gives the Baoli its name. A 14th century construction, this Baoli is lined on both sides with chambers and niches. The 104 steps of the well descend into the well's dried up bottom, which has 3 levels. Being in the middle of a residential area, this Baoli has more visitors in comparison to the others. What has witnessed the bygone days of a calm past now has become a peaceful haven for young visitors. 60 meters wide and 15 meters long, this Baoli is also in desperate need of renovation like the others. The city skyline fades as you enter the step well. Hundreds of pigeons can be heard gurgling, breaking the thick silence of the Baoli. These step wells that served the needs of mankind for ages now lie thirsty for care. The ancient structures that are an integral part of our heritage need restoration and attention from us today. Most monuments are now being sacrificed to urbanization. The least we can do for them is not to mar their beauty by etching our names on them and killing them through our neglect and callousness.